Okay.
Bam. There we go. About noon, and you guys can decide to do what you want to do. I've still got to grab. I have to reopen up the book. I had it at where I needed to be. There we go. Well, what do you guys want to do?
We found
Get out of
the camp,
Barovia.
Not possible in the current state.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, we found the camp, right?
I mean, we were certainly on the road, and it looks like that's it up ahead.
So we go to camp.
What's the worst that could happen?
The road gradually disappears and is replaced by twisted, muddy paths through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evident of the comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly give way to black clouds boiling far above. There's a clearing here, next to a river that widens to form a small lake, several 100 feet across. 5 colorful round tents, each 10 foot in diameter. I will.
I'm blind.
I know. Go to that. I gotta get myself.
Curse these human eyes.
It's daylight, so you're gonna see everything. I just need to drag you.
Yeah, no, I'm just joking around while you.
I understand, and I'm
Like
just
that, no.
explaining because I can. You guys are a lot farther than what you see here, just so you know. And I gotta go into settings. This. Lighting. Daylight. Oh, daylight is on. Okay, save settings. Close. Okay, yeah, Gruff can see. Okay, cool. And then, okay, good. Everyone can see, even the people. Delightful.
You may want to remove my control over Maverick. It's giving me a lot of vision.
You have full vision as well. Or at least should
I guess
have.
it is daylight. Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
All I see is black.
All you see is black? I need to change your settings then. Moonbeam. Move you here. Settings. Dynamic lighting. Vision. Save. And also, let's see, make sure Maverick has vision. Nope, it doesn't. Vision. Save. There you go. Cool. Now you actually have your own vision.
Sometimes it's helpful to play Maverick, but not today.
Right. Edit. Boo. Save change. Oop. No. Edit again. And boop. Save changes. There you go. Now you won't be able to see through Maverick's eyes.
Excellent.
All right, continuing on. 5 colorful round tents, each 10 foot in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shores of the lakes. It's sagging form, lit from within. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of very brightly clad figures around a bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the rivers and the forest edge. You guys are about like 100 or so feet away as you get closer.
Well, then I would remind my companions that we were warned about trusting Vistani, so mind your belongings. The last time we ran into a group of them, they pilfered our things and left us stranded on the road.
They're not all bad.
Well, here's hoping. But best be careful with your belongings, just in case.
As you guys get closer, I assume just like walking up there casually, not trying to be threatening or anything like that. I assume. Is that
Yeah, I
correct?
think so.
Correct to say?
Weapons drawn.
Really?
Bloodlust in my eyes. No,
Okay, just making sure.
of course.
You guys get closer, and then a few of the men stand up and say, "Oh, huh? Who goes there?"
I don't like being the face of this group. I have a charisma of 8. We're travelers from, we've left the village of Barovia. We're heading towards, shoot, where was the, let me pull up the map again. We're on our way to, Vallaki.
Ah, Vallaki. Ah, such a wonderful town. You know what? Come, sit down. Enjoy a drink with us and tell us of your stories of your adventures. It seems like you folk are not of around here.
That is true. Hesitated for a moment, remembering that Aaron/Ireena is, in fact, very much from here.
But I'm incognito.
It's true. But he hesitated for a second because...
You hear, I gotta change. I gotta do it from the screen. I keep wanting to do it on the screen in front of you. So he comes forward. It's like, come. Sit by the fire. And people just like scoot over to make room for you guys.
I asked to do insight.
Okay, I'll go for it. Do insight.
Oh yeah, insight's a great idea. I'll join him for that.
Well, since you're going to join me, why don't you roll for me too?
Roll an advantage because he's helping.
Well, technically, I was looking at my journal. I realized I had his character sheet. I was like, since when did I have Gruff's character? It's because I rolled from last week too.
Yep.
That's what it's there for. See,
I don't have anybody's character sheet but my own, so. It's
well, together
all
we got a
you.
nat 20.
Oh,
Woohoo.
they are genuinely honest.
Okay.
It
Nice.
just seems like
Suspicious
they're
again.
very jovial and friendly, still cautious, but yeah, it's like, come sit down. But
I have
That's-
my hand on my satchel. Kind of like how a lady walks around with her purse.
in her hand, yeah.
Well, a satchel usually means that it's over the shoulder.
Yes, I
So
understand.
one hand would be kind of across
resting
the
on
top of it.
Yeah,
Yep.
like it's an armrest, portable armrest.
Yeah.
One of them.
Moonbeam's more familiar with these people, so I'll
Huh?
actually sort of... I said Moonbeam seems to be slightly more familiar with Vistani, so I will try to follow Moonbeam's lead a little bit here.
You see, the one person that piped up, and plus like the two other that are up in the north corridor over here are actually fairly sober, while the ones that are around the fire and everywhere else seem to be either. The ones around the fire are all just actually
Yeah.
intoxicated, while the ones that are like next to the southern one and the one to the right seems to be very in a stupor, or if not asleep. So, and where you guys go ahead and pick a spot. And they're just you to sit down. They actually pass it. Whoever sits down first gets passed a drink.
I think that was Moonbeam.
Yeah, I totally sit down first.
It's like, so, little one. So, tell us, do you have any stories to share? We love hearing adventures stories. They're fantastic.
Oh, I got plenty of stories. One I'm quite familiar with. Are you familiar with the Druids of Yester Hill?
Are you from... Oh, Druids of Yesel. Yes, I am. I know of them. Well,
Oh, I've
actually,
heard-
are you a part of... Are you a part of them?
Well, I was not part of them, but I was told that they were a bunch of druids who had walked away from the path of nature, which is something I find quite interesting.
Yes. They don't seem like true druids that some of us have told about. There's like, I heard druids can wild shape into other creatures.
Oh yeah,
And I haven't
quite
seen
fun,
it.
actually.
Wait, you're a druid?
I am a druid, and I can wild shape into whatever animal I want, within reason.
Within
That might not be a good
reason.
idea.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble with the flying animals, but one day I think I can get that.
I've seen him turn into a bear.
A
Oh,
bear.
dude, yeah.
Ooh.
You want to see me turn into a bear?
That would be delightful. Yes. Don't we all
Well,
want to see
let
him
me
just
move
like...
away. Let me move away. Let
Yeah.
me move away.
Give me a little room. I'll spend a wild shape and I'll transform into a bear.
I'm just gonna do this for a moment. Bloop. Are you completely coherent? Well, sit down.
I sit down.
Ah, wonderful. Wave to all of us.
I just wait for each one of them.
Can you? One of them says, "Can you do a handstand?" This one's fairly intoxicated.
Yeah, I clearly can't, but I'm gonna try anyway.
Make an acrobatics check.
Make an acrobatics check
Using
at
your
disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. 14's not bad.
Okay. You
actually
happen
pretty
to
good,
get like your butt in the air, but after a little bit, you just kind of roll over. But you still did your handstand. You just didn't keep it for long. And you hear a lot of them clap. It's like, yeah, huzzah for the bear! And then
Didn't
it's just
realize
like,
Moonbeam was such a performer.
it's like, can you change into other creatures?
And hear me say that, I will use another wild shape and turn into the direwolf.
And a lot of them just jump back. It's like, can we have you abstain from that one, please?
And I even am a little bit wary.
Okay, with that, I'll just turn back to normal.
Whew. A lot of them. You see some of them put their weapons back in. It was like, yes, thank you. What's your name?
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam. It's very druidic sounding of a name. Nice.
Are wolves a problem in these parts?
It's the main creature that's the predator in the woods. That's why you'll see on menus sometimes, which is actually a fine delicacy, actually. We have a lot of wolf meat stew and other wolf steaks and all that. Turning into a dire one is a little bit more than just a small wolf, so...
I don't think I've had wolf before.
You haven't had wolf? Oh, wonderful. Well, if you're here tonight, we're planning to have some wolf stew.
I suppose we'll think about it.
Well, another thing that I was like, does anyone else have stories to tell? They look at each one individually. So and you see all of them looking randomly at each other. At you randomly. It's like one's looking at one while the other one's looking at the other. So it's just like, huh? Any stories? Any stories?
Okay. A story. The wolves are indeed a dangerous lot. Only this was a man that turned into a wolf. A werewolf, if you will.
Yeah, those are not. There are rumored of that around here.
Indeed.
Though I have not seen one myself. Some pipe up. It's like, yes, no, there are rumors of those around the area.
What kind of rumors?
Rumors. And also be wary of the full moon, because there are murders of walking upright wolf creatures, werewolves per se,
Indeed.
being heard throughout the stories. But you're the one with the story, so please
You're
don't
doing
let us
so wonderful.
override your story.
But you were just saying the story for me.
No. I was just agreeing that we've heard things that are werewolves around. So your story could be different than our story. So I can't say your story for you. You have a different point of view than any of us. You're not. Are you of Barovia? I feel like you.
I will say no, I am not of Barovia.
You don't look like you've been here.
I'm not certain that I've not. Dreams do such things, you will.
Usually people from outside areas don't ever leave Barovia. Though we do, us Vistani, have the ability to leave thanks to an ancient deal with Strahd, but we do sell potions that will help you get through the woods if you would like. They're not cheap, though. They take
Of
a lot
course
of.
not. If they were cheap, everyone would buy them.
Oh, they take a lot of reagents and stuff like that. So.
Well, what about labor for a potion?
That might be arranged, but we do have plenty of people to do labor, and getting the reagents is a lot more of a work than just having the manpower. So.
Well, I can appreciate that quite well.
I'd love to talk shop with you while we're here, because I'm a potion maker myself.
Oh, really? You are?
Yes, I am. I hope to make my first potion here before too long.
You're just starting the dabbling of potion making.
A little this, a little that, but I think so.
Oh, God dang it. I'm doing it on the wrong screen again.
I'd also be curious to see what sort of things you've got. Potions aren't really my thing, but I spent 10 years as a medical practitioner.
Oh, an actual... Are you a nurse?
No, I was a doctor.
Oh, you're actual doctor.
Mostly surgery.
Ooh, that is impressive.
It was hard work, worth doing.
Oh, well, you're from where there are not a lot of medical, healing services or stuff like that?
Well, as I understand it, the religious magics, people who can cast those sorts of things are not the most common. It takes quite a devout soul to be able to heal someone merely with prayers.
Yes, that is quite
Unfortunate.
the feat.
Devout soul. Turns out it's magic can only do so much to put people back together again.
We've had this, like, you can come alive again, per se, from being completely dead.
Well, that much, I believe, is beyond me.
Maybe
But,
one day you'll become a devout soul. With all the good that you do to help heal people, you might become a devout soul.
I doubt it.
Oh. Rough life?
Gods never did me any favors.
They don't usually around here, sadly.
Well, I didn't much before either.
Well, does anyone else have a tale? Well, with no one, it was like, we have a tale. I have a tale to tell. There was, long ago, actually not so long ago, about maybe a year ago, a mighty wizard came to this land. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you were standing. A very charismatic man, he was. He was, though, he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with his salts of revolt and bore them to the castle in mass. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. For a few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and vampire cast spells at each other. The battle flew from the courtyards of Revular to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my very own eyes. The thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard, yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and yet again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body to see if, he had anything of value. Wizards have lots of value on them usually. But the river Elvis has already spirited that body away when I got down there, and I was like, oh, buggered. I was like, that was it. I was like, I couldn't. But that was an excellent battle to be seen. Spells flung everywhere. Oh boy.
I'd heard that Strahd was defeated. At least temporarily.
That wasn't that battle that I watched.
Oh, there's more than one wizard, is there?
No. I believe that wizard fought him twice, actually. Yeah. Second time didn't go so well. First time, I believe, we had a day of clear sky. We actually enjoyed the sun for a day. It was
Just
quite
to be
nice.
clear, he says, hold on, he's saying the second time the wizard lost? Was the first time he won?
You could say it was close to a draw.
This is why I'm asking Dick to make sure I'm understanding the story here, because I'm trying to put together the timeline and...
Oh, yeah. Okay, so timeline-wise,
And it could be these guys are fibbing, so like whatever they're saying is fine if you tell me that. But like,
I'm going to tell you the because you're gonna have to piece it all together anyway on your own because I can't really tell you.
sure.
So-
I do want to do insight on this.
Oh, sure.
Whenever you're ready.
I just roll. I will tell
Oh, yeah,
you
insight's
after
always
the
good.
conversation. But yes, no, this wizard he showed up. Had a surprisingly elite crew. First time. And he came back. Said he had to take care of something, supposedly. And then he came back again from his errand, whatever that was. And then he said he had to go finish Strahd. Because he came back when the clouds were back and wallowed. All overcast and the mist came back. We only had one day of free of mist. Yeah, that was a lot of us got sunburned that day. It was a weird thing, getting sunburned.
So just to be clear here, it was the first time was with the peasant army, and the second time was with the group. Or the
First time was with the elite army. The second time was the peasant army. Just make sure you get your fact. What
Okay.
he said facts right.
I mean that doesn't super add up with what we've been hearing so far, so I'm not sure what to think of this. But our insight wasn't incredible, so
I do a perception of what's around us. If we've got people closer to us, things like that.
It's basically the scenario right now. Ireena's next to a sleeping Vistani. Evan's a little farther away.
I am screen sharing the Roll20 if you want to take a look at what the map looks like. I moved your character up to the fire when you were telling your story, and I haven't moved you back yet.
Okay.
But yeah. The insight is basically he's telling the truth. You may have some facts wrong, but you have no clue. But he is very adamant in telling his story the way he seed it.
Mm.
At least that's what Taryn and you got both. So Taryn a little bit more believing of the story than you, but it's both. They seem fairly legit, and at least in emotion and all that. It's like yeah, it's pretty much like this is what he gets. This is what you guys get from him.
What if my insight was actually a 14? Because if people are lying, I get a minimum of 8.
Oh, same.
Okay. I didn't think it was going to change. Technically, I rolled under an 8.
Yeah, you did. But yeah, just like so.
Who was this wizard?
Somehow his name I cannot recall. Does anyone remember his name? And no one. This is like, and everyone just kind of like about to say it, but yet they're just like, no, I don't recall it. Can't remember his name.
I'll exchange a meaningful glance over at Taryn. Because this seems relevant.
You're getting the same glance back.
Yeah. This seems meaningful.
Ah.
It-
Oh, but it
yeah.
is. But it is quite fated you guys come here. We usually have new people of Barovia. Should always come and visit Madame Ava. Madam, everyone should get their fortune told read. Madame Ava is the and they point over in the top right corner of the map. Over here.
You know, I
Madam.
did meet some people in a bar. They did mention that Madame Ava, so maybe we're in the right place.
Oh, this is the place. Madame Ava's always here. Us other Vistanis, we cycle through. But Madame Ava, this is her home base. She stays here. Some would say she's even older than Strahd himself.
Intriguing.
Madame Ava's been around forever. But yes, go visit Madame Ava. Please. I bet she's anticipating you. She anticipates everyone that comes visits her.
Let's go talk to Madame Ava.
Okay.
Oh, and
East or
Rena's a robot.
what was that, Rena?
okay. Do you hear me?
Still robot.
Okay, is it any better?
Yeah, it's better
Yeah, it's
now.
better.
There we go.
Is it better now?
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting booted out of it,
Oh, boom.
out of Discord.
On your phone?
It like puts me, yeah, it keeps booting me out and then puts me back in, and so I'm getting this all these chime noises and stuff.
Mhm.
I hate it when that
But-
happens.
Yeah, I do too. It's so frustrating. I didn't catch where she was located. Her tent is in the northeast or northwest. Ah, okay. See it. That'd be northeast.
Okay.
Oh, I just realized I need to change my Discord name. I'm no longer Lord Garber.
That'd be a weird
Oh.
voice for Evan McCobb.
I don't
Yes,
remember how
I'm
to
a
do that.
doctor. You can trust me.
Oh god, it's like so not trustworthy. Okay.
I don't remember how to do that.
What?
Change my name.
Oh, it's in your settings.
I right-clicked on
Oh,
my
wait.
name here in the chat window. I went to profile,
I was thinking
and
wrong.
there's edit
wrong
profile, and I
system.
went to edit server
Oh,
profile.
in the chat window. Okay. There we go. I found it. Oops.
Just got to edit server
No.
profile.
Oh, I think I did the wrong one. Oops. Because I did not read. I'm bad.
I mean, it's not that important.
Okay, so
I just like having my current character name on there.
right. Oh, one of them pipes up. Oh, also, I believe Madame Ava would like this. I can guarantee it. And they hand you a drink to hand her.
Most appreciative.
I'm going to cast Goodberry and hand them out to everybody here at the camp as well.
Are you talking about
Thank
us
you.
first, or are you talking about the
Vistani.
Okay.
Oh.
I can only make 10, so I don't know how many there are in here.
I counted 12.
There are 12.
Okay, so I'll have to cast twice.
and you'll have 8 left. Oh wait, 10 left.
He would have 8 left after feeding the Vistani.
Oh no, 10. That's right. I was doing my math wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I corrected myself with the wrong math. Like, all right. So who's gonna head that direction?
I think I could do 10, but it didn't say.
It says
Oh,
up to
it's-
10 berries appear.
Up to 10, okay. So I'll make enough for everyone in camp and us as well.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So I have to cast twice anyway.
Okay. Bloop, bloop. Everyone seems like, oh, thanks for the berry, and they just pop it in there, like, oh wow, I'm satisfied. Huh.
That's a good berry.
Yeah. Problem is they don't keep, so make sure and eat them up.
Oh, everyone, all the Vistanis just ate it right away.
I did too.
I'll give everyone a second to eat theirs first to make sure it's not poison, then I'll eat it.
I took my. I believe I'm at full health, so I took the berry away for now.
Okay.
I'll just warn you, they're not very good after the next day.
I agree, but by the same token, the day's not over with.
Okay. All right. So, who's heading to the Madame Eva's tent?
I stand up and head over that way with a drink.
Oh, okay.
I take my time, but I just wander that direction.
Moonbeam and Gruff seem more inclined to just jump into this, so I'm going to let them go first and scope out how it goes.
I'm gonna go in with them, but I'm gonna watch.
I am going to watch as well.
Dear Madame,
Hang
are
on.
you within?
Knock, knock, knock.
Oh, it's a knock knock, not a.
This is an
I
actual
see a door.
building. I think. Wait, let me double check it. So is it a building or is it a tent? Yeah, it's a larger tent. It was just like, but yeah, you can
So I
just
call out,
call out.
Madame, are you within?
Come in. Come in. I've been expecting you 5.
I carefully enter within.
Okay, give me a second. Need to go.
And I look around.
Give me a second. Because apparently this one is the wrong layer. And now go back to token layers. You all come in to this room.
It's a little cramped in here.
Well,
Yeah.
but remember, this is a 15 by 10 building. So, 6 people in it. It's fine.
No,
But anyway, magic flames cast a reddish glow over the interior of this tent, revealing a low table covered in a black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure appears in the depths. The crone speaks. Her voice cackles. At last you arrived! Cackling laughs burst like mad lightning from her withered lips.
I bow slightly her direction.
Welcome, welcome. I've been anticipating your arrival and your return. All of you.
Hmm.
So,
Teacher's
Truly.
talking to you.
what was that?
Nope, nope, nothing, nothing.
Well, let's see. Well, close the tent, Ireena.
See,
Wow.
I knew she was talking about you.
She's looking directly at you.
So close the tent. How do you know my name?
You being Strahd's love interest is kind of well known since your disappearance a year ago.
I shake my head and I gently set the drink down next to her.
Oh, delightful. I was wondering when I was going to get this. Oh, not really. Thanks. Anyways, also, our folk reborn friend. I believe you chose the name of Maverick. Is that
Hey,
right?
no, I am normal, uh, human elf thing, not that.
I Maverick, calm down. Calm down. You're in safe company.
Who are you?
I
Have you been
am.
following me?
Calm down, young one.
Am I
I
able to stand up
understand.
straight in this place?
Yeah, yeah. It's a large tent. But there's a lot
Maverick's
of
kinda like,
you're able to stand up straight, but there's decorations in your head space.
Maverick's like looking around, like, okay, how can I escape? They're like starting for.
Maverick, calm down. Take a seat. I have a fortune to tell for everyone here. If you're willing to listen.
No, I will stand. You stay.
Oh, don't worry. I'm too old to do anything drastic.
How are you old? Are you vampire? I lean
No.
over to like Evan McCobb. Should we put her in the cellar?
Oh, Doru. Doru. Ireena, don't blame yourself for the instance. Donovich is a little deranged. He blames you for all of his troubles. Everyone's part of their own free will. And Doru chose his path. Sadly, it led to misfortune, but he chose his path.
Okay, wait a minute. Just because I need to, Rena needs some clarification. She was talking to Ireena and Maverick. If she was talking to Maverick and then said Doru,
Yeah,
was she changing the subject or was she
so
calling
Maverick,
Maverick Doru?
no, Maverick, sort of. Well, Kian made a good joke about, should we put her in the cellar?
And
Okay,
Doru's in the
that's where
cellar.
it came up. Okay.
Yeah, and it reminded her of
Sorry.
Doru because she
I
seems to
mean,
be.
I caught the cellar
Yep.
thing, but in the story, because I'm not seeing anybody live, it kind of confused me.
That's
Fair enough.
fair. Yes. Though, Ireena, even though, yes, don't worry about Darovich too much. He's a very distraught man about his own child. Any child of a parent would make one distraught if that happened. Like Mad Mary. She's distraught over Gertruda leaving. But anyway. Where is it? It's like, it's one of these. Hey, where is it? Don't tell me I deleted it. No, there it is. Just got moved way down there. Can everyone see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see cards.
Okay, I also gotta go into double check settings. Yes, you should. And settings, daylight, dynamic. Okay, so just off. Okay, save settings. So you should be able to see that. All right, are we all a part of this? Ready to receive a reading of what your fate may lie in this place?
Is this for one of us or a group?
This is for your group. This is gonna definitely take some team effort for you to work together to hopefully defeat Strahd. I'm pretty sure you're here to defeat Strahd. You may not think of it at this time, but you're going to be here to defeat Strahd. And I have high hopes. You're not going to get much more help from me besides this for clues. For Strahd could take care of me easily if he decided to, but he does like to toy with his food. So, but in the meantime, let's can I each have you shuffle this for me? And she hands out a deck of 52 cards. And just
Maverick's
hands
still
them.
staying away from her and the table and everything.
She passes it to Gruff first, because Gruff's right there. Please shuffle that. And continue to pass it to her.
He shuffles it a couple of times and passes it to Maverick.
Maverick wakes up. No, I do not trust her.
Maverick. I just need you just to touch it, at least, for me.
You are unknown woman who knows too much things.
I know a lot of things, yes.
We do not know you.
Maverick, I don't want to blackmail if I need to, but please just touch it. This is
Maverick.
for your benefit.
Just take the bottom card and put it on the top.
Pass along. I don't want to.
All you have to do is touch the deck. You don't even have to move the cards. Just touch it.
Maverick touches it very lightly on the top card and then just
Thank
there.
you.
Touch.
I then pass it to Ireena.
She just takes the card, the deck, and hands it over to. I almost said Lord Garbor.
That's Lord Garford doing in Barovia. I guess you've all found out who my backup character is if Evan McCobb dies.
She just takes the deck and hands it right over to Evan.
I'll take it, do a quick shuffle, and then pass it to Moonbeam.
And I sort of shuffle it and is this thing gonna rip my soul out or
No. I just need to have people actually a part of the reading that I'm going to do, and I just needed a little bit of energy from everyone and to make sure that everyone was accounted for in this reading.
And I was so hoping to get my own keep.
Don't
I
worry,
have the deck
Maverick.
back there.
You've kept all 6 of your souls.
One.
Insight check
On her?
on Maverick.
On Maverick. Same here. She is looking cross-eyed at him like, what the fuck?
My insight sucks.
Mine doesn't.
Your insight, he is definitely ashamed to say that he has more than one, but it's only because if you've seen what parts he has his claws that you know aware of. He has a hump on his back. And then he has unique eyes.
Don't tease Maverick too much. He's had a rough time.
Oh. I'm just trying to make sure he's ready for the rest of your trials. Maverick, this group right here is your best option. Don't necessarily trust beyond this group.
So we shouldn't trust you then. See, she speaks lies. We must throw her in cellar.
She is not to be trusted, that is true. But by the same token, beware the fortune teller. They speak truths we do not know.
Oh, look. The first card. The 9 of Stars. The Conjurer. Give me a second. I want to get the... gotta get the list out. Just gotta read these right. I know if I was smart, I would have had them all written down, but no.
Are you saying you're not smart?
I'm...
That must be so unfortunate for you.
Oh my God, Lord Garber's going to be in here all the time.
It's that or
I hope
Brockthok.
not.
Could be Brockthok.
Brockthok's smarter. Brockthok's smarter than Lord Garber, but Lord Garber won't admit it.
That is true.
Also, Brockthok's too kind to say that he is smarter. Ah, the 9 of Stars, the Conjurer. I see a dead village, drowned by a river, ruled by one who has brought evil to this great evil to the world. And that is where you're going to find this card. With this card, it tells history, knowledge of an ancient, that will help you understand Strahd himself. Just so you know, it is of a dead village, drowned by a river, ruled by one who has brought great evil into this world.
A river of blood, perchance?
No, just drowned by an actual river.
Ah.
I'll give you a second to take notes down.
I already have jotted it. I'm good.
Cool.
I think I got it.
The next card. Oh. The Healer. The 3 of Glyphs. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection. A holy symbol of great hope. This treasure is somewhere to the west. Find a pool blessed by the light of the white sun. This is particularly interesting.
Pool. What? Pool of sun? What?
Blessed by
Look.
light of the west sun.
Look to the west. Find a pool blessed by the light of the white sun.
Oh, white sun. Was close.
SON or SUN?
S-U-N.
Powerful force of good and protection. What was right after that?
Holy symbol of hope.
Thank you.
I'm really shorthanding this, so some of it's a little off, but
I
the
can
important
give you
part there.
I can give you the more long version if you, after this reading.
That is true.
Ah, the Elementus, the 5 of stars. This card is a card of power and strength. This tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight.
A lightsaber, if you will.
Well, yeah. Saber is a sword, but this treasure is hidden in a small castle beneath a mountain guarded by amber giants. See what else this story has to tell you. Ooh. The mists. This card here sheds light on the one who will help you greatly in the battle against the darkness. Also known as the Queen of Spades, the Mist. This card, ooh, a Vistani, wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She does not stay in one place for too long. Seek her
Searching for
out
what?
at St. Markovia's Abbey, near the mists. Huh. Interesting.
What was the name of the abbey?
St.
Saint
Markovia.
Markovia.
She looks towards Maverick.
Hmm.
You have memories.
Mm,
Anyway, I won't patronize you much more, Maverick. This last card. Wait a second. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose power are beyond morality. This card would lead you to him. The Beast. Where is it? The
I
Beast
repeat.
sits in his dark throne. Just waiting. Now, glad that you five have come here. And I hope you get rid of the devil Strahd.
Why are you working against him?
Ah, I'm just a mere fortune teller. I do give hope to the people that come here to strive to do what they want to do. But I don't lie when I tell the story, or tell their fate. So, I do hope you go and fight Strahd. The previous person did not did not come by to get a fortune. But though I did have parties before you try to come and defeat Strahd, I had a dwarf, a big lizard man, and a few other people.
Your story sounds unbelievable.
Ah. But if you find what you need in these locations where the cards have told you, how else are they wrong? Does anyone?
I take an electrum from my coinage and place it before her.
You're too kind. I do not... She picks it up, takes it for a second. I don't necessarily need this, but I will take it as in kind. I've been around far longer than most anyone in this realm. Money is only a tool in convincing other people to do what I want. Other than that, I can get what I want with just an ask. I appreciate that, though, Gruff.
I bow slightly to her
She
and say,
giggles to herself with your humbleness. Go ahead, say whatever you're going to say.
you were kind enough to paint paths that we might better our situation and perhaps step higher than others before us.
Well,
It is just a humble offering of thanks. And I turn and I go to leave.
she takes a drink of her sip.
Yeah, I'll also slip out.
Oh, I've slipped out
There's an
already.
opening. Yeah.
I'll be the last one out, and I'll just give her another good berry because I think I have like 3 left.
I think you should have 4.
No.
So it was 12? No, you're right, 3. Because there's 5 of us in the party.
And she's just like, it's always nice to know I don't have to eat for a while. Thanks. I hope to see you around again.
I think we will be back this way.
Well,
With that, I'll leave.
Don't be shy. I'll be expecting.
I'll leave.
Okay.
When out and free of her domicile, I look around and see what's about us.
A whole bunch of drinking and merriment. People at the pool, just being. Just doing their thing.
Well, it hasn't been very long.
No, it's probably
So,
took you about a half hour or so in
Oh yeah,
in there. So
it wasn't so much that I was thinking the camp to see what might be out looking in.
no one cares. Not a single person
and
cares.
I was thinking more creatures or
where do you all want to go first? The dead village, drowned by a river, ruled by a great evil. Um, find the healer somewhere to the
let's
west.
find the healer.
You guys actually
Okay.
believe all that mumbo jumbo? These fortune tellers just tell you vague things and people make meaning out of them.
You're right, but we're right now walking with bare minimums.
I don't think
So
it's very vague that she said that there is a saber of light and that it's guarded by amber giants.
But that could mean all sorts of things. She might just mean men with tans. Who knows?
Well, let's go take a
Well,
look.
they're giants. Let's just go and see if they have this sword. Maybe it's the sword that we could use to defeat Strahd. Can't believe I'm
We're
actually
still
saying that.
I don't know about you all, but I'm not a vampire slayer. I didn't come here to hunt monsters. I don't... How are we even supposed to win? Like...
Actually, you did come to haunt monsters, if not kill them.
Maybe you did.
Oh, I definitely did. But when the Vistani took our goods, we are now on the treasure hunt to better our situation.
And what else are we gonna do? Are we gonna just try to live here?
Or escape. And how are we escape without means?
I
Well,
don't think I'd be able to escape again.
if you want my opinion, I think we continue to Valaki. Ismark said that there would be some sort of library or potentially some books there. I mean, you can say that you want to head west to find this or chase visions to that way, but we have no way to know where this, what's it, small castle below a mountain is. We could search mountains for days and not find it. The pool blessed by light of the white sun, what does that even mean? A town drowned by a river? We're just going to follow every river until we find a town?
I assume you're talking
Well-
fairly loudly while this is. One of them says is like, "Town by drowned by river. Are you talking about Brez?"
More than likely, yes.
Brez, where's that?
It's past the white. I believe it's past the white Wizards of Winery. It's just somewhere in the hills before you get to Argavast.
I'll pull the map. That's pretty far out there. Wizards of Wine Winery is on our map, but it's
Oh man, they make
Far
great
west.
stuff, and they're just holding they're looking at their drinks. They make great stuff. It's delightful.
Anyways, if they have books of history of some kind at Valaki, then we could almost certainly get more information.
Well, let's get
I
on to
think I
Velocity
think
then.
that is actually a good idea because maybe we can figure out exactly where these places are by going to Valaki.
So let's make sure we keep the name abreast as
And if
something to look up when we get to the libraries.
Okay.
and if you are planning to chase these strange visions, they mentioned someone at St. Markovia's Abbey, which is where we were heading anyways. That's in Kresk.
Yep.
That was eventually our goal. And if there is
So?
some meaning to these visions, and you are planning to follow them, and there is someone there to help us, which is a lot of ifs, then maybe they would know where to find some of these things.
Well, let's step forward and make it happen.
Sounds like a plan.
And I started walking the trail.
All right. What, you're not going to stay and have a drink and tell more stories?
I could
We're,
be, I could be convinced to say.
I
What?
believe it's better that we go out and make the stories so we can come back and tell the stories once we're done.
Oh, do survive. I would love to hear your tales.
Well, why don't you come along and be an adventurer?
Ah, too rich for my blood. I am just a merchant.
But of course you are.
So, which way are we going?
I believe this is a dead end here, so we have to go back down to the fork in the
Oh,
road.
it continues through.
Oh, it does. Okay, then we continue through.
Oh yeah, then we can reach the road and just keep heading north. That would be convenient.
So, are
I'll-
we heading? Are you in front then? Or in
I
back?
guess I am.
While we're walking, I also want to catch Maverick, so we're probably in the back at some point. You alright, Maverick?
I do not know why we are listening to her words. She is speaking crazy things. We don't even know her.
I'm with you there, Maverick. But, Gruff and Terran seem, interested in following these visions.
Mm.
And to be fair, for the most part, they're more or less following our path anyways.
I do
Chances
not even.
are, nothing will come of it, and we'll move on to other paths anyways.
Why are we hunting down this Strahd again? Why can we not make friends?
Well, apparently he's making everyone's lives miserable.
Perhaps his intentions are good?
He's tormented Terran for years, as the story goes. He turned half of the town into zombies. Mindless, rotting husks of what they once were.
Let
He's
me
trapped
know
everyone
if
in this.
I overhear any of this.
He's trapped everyone in these mists, so no one can leave.
Hmm. Perhaps he's lonely. He just wants friends.
Perhaps Maverick. But vampires are not known for being
Be
friendly.
friendly.
So once we find cure for vampire, and then
If-
we make cure on Strahd, and then he is friendly like Cellar Boy.
You follow the river of the base. You follow the river to the base of a canyon. The far end of a great waterfall spills into a pool, bowling forth a cloud of cold mist. A great stone bridge spans the canyon, nearly 1,000 feet. Nearly 1,000 feet overhead.
Oh, is this like the what the guy was mentioning in the story? Where the wizard and Strahd fought and on the precipice.
Yeah.
Does that sound like what you're describing here?
Possibly.
I look around
Yeah,
as
It
we
just a quick
wander.
glance in recognition that this might be the spot. I don't expect to find anything, but I'll admire it since we're here.
I just make sure there's no ambush points or trouble spots that might lie ahead.
Great battle of wizards, huh?
Is there anything untoward along the path?
Anything along the path?
Anything untoward? Anything out of place?
No, it looks like it's just rubble, a little bit of rubble on the bridge. But other than that, it's definitely path that's definitely been constantly walked. You can see like piles of moss and stuff like that in the corners of like the next to the actual railing of the bridge. But the most cinder path, you can see it's worn some.
Okay. I continue across.
Just you?
I mean, I assume we're following.
Okay. Just
I
making
was
sure.
I was observing the waterfalls and the precipice and all this stuff that we'd heard about in the story.
Okay, so just so you
I got a 19 on perception. I don't know if that does anything.
So
But...
I'll give you a little view here. The Sears
Okay.
Falls, and this is like a big canyon with the pool and stuff like that in it. So
Cool.
So and then this is the bridge. Come from like there's a road that comes across this way, it goes to it, and you guys came up from this way, going up into it. So
Out of curiosity, what are all these like spikes on the map? Is that just like an elevation thing?
Yeah, that's the elevation, and it's they're pointing down.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I would have guessed.
So
But I haven't seen a map drawn like that, so I was curious.
Yeah, they're all pointing down. So whatever the tip is at is down, while the thicker side is up.
What time of day is it?
I'm gonna say it's like see here. See, you got your noon. 1 when you left. So it's like 3-ish in the afternoon. See.
Okay. I'm just keeping track because we're gonna have to probably camp. So.
Possibly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're probably right. We've got a ways to go. There's a forest up ahead. It's brief. We can probably get through that before nightfall. But then it might be good to camp there before we hit the next forest. So apparently those forests are dangerous. But I don't know that I want to camp out this close to the Castle Ravenloft.
At least not in the open.
Let's see how far we can get.
Okay. Is that what you say? Ireena?
I just said, let's see how far we can get before nightfall.
I start setting the pace then.
I'm going to continue walking.
I'm continuing to walk.
You're not gonna exhaust yourself.
No.
No, I'm not doing an exhausting pace, but I am doing an upped pace. Instead of wandering, I'm walking with a purpose.
Even here in the mountains, the forest and fog are inescapable. Ahead, a dirt road splits into widening. Dirt road splits into two, widening towards the east. There you see patches of cobblestone on the eastern branch where once was an important ant thoroughfare. Parked in front of the fork, pointing east, is a large black carriage with two drawn black horses. The horses snuff puffs of steamy breath in the chilled mountain air. The carriage door swings wide open.
I grab my weapons.
I have my
and-
hand on my mace, but
And I stand ready.
Nothing happens for a little bit. It's like, yes, nothing happens. The carriage door is just open.
Perhaps we should cut around.
Is anyone in the
And I
carriage?
start-
Do you want to get closer to it?
I'm curious, so yeah.
No one's
I look.
in the carriage.
I do a complete 360 and above as well to see if there's what's around us.
Give me a perception roll.
Sean, if you
I rolled a 4.
You don't really see
Lovely.
anything? Nope.
nope.
The horses
No.
just like scratch at the ground, just waiting.
I put my swords away and I grab the crossbow and load it.
is there any emblem or anything like that on the carriage?
Give me a second.
Family crest or
Nope. It's just a solid black carriage. Has nice red seats in it though. Nice leather red seats. You know, kind of like that has like the button. Yeah. Some dark, thick curtains along all the windows.
like it could be blackout curtains.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of slide over to Evan and hopefully Moonbeam and Gruff. I'm hoping everybody's kind of close. And
I
she's
think we should
just
keep
gonna,
moving.
yeah, I think that's from Strahd.
Which tells me Strahd knows we're here.
He did invite us.
He did. He already knew we were here.
I don't have speak with animals prepared, but I would like to do it like an animal handling and kind of gauge the horse. See if he's friendly, see if he's...
The horse is Strahd in disguise!
I just want to see if they're...
give me
evil.
the yeah. They seemed completely at the ready for a command.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling
As
that
though if the rider has them by the reins and sitting on their back.
like the rider or the driver of the carriage.
That too, but you don't see no reins in their. They have no reins in their mouth.
Yeah, so not getting into that thing. Let's keep going. She looks afraid.
Well, he's looking around with his crossbow.
Which way are we supposed to go? Are we supposed to continue east, go east, or are we supposed to go another direction?
We need to go north.
I believe we're being invited east, which tells me we're going north.
Yeah, if we go east from here, it'll take us straight to Castle Ravenloft. North is the direction we need to go.
Yep, we go north. So,
As you just so you know, you guys are level 4 now. Just so you guys know.
Yay!
Pretty exciting.
exciting! I don't think I get anything but hit points.
I mean, we get a ability score increase or feed.
For a feat.
If there's any feats you're interested in.
You were supposed to get it out of the seer pool, but I wanted to. Once you left the seer pool.
Level 4.
Do we level up now or when we take a long rest?
I'm going to say when you take a long rest.
I suddenly feel very tired, you guys.
The
I
carriage.
did use all my wild shapes and a couple spells, so I could probably take a nap.
No, we should,
Well,
we're not
it
too
is
far out.
getting kind of late. We have been.
It is.
I was hoping to at least get to the other side. There's a forest up ahead. If we can just get to the other side of it before nightfall, there's a clearing between the two woods that I think would be a safer place to camp than here at the crossroads of Ravenloft.
I think that's good. Let's go.
I think we can at least make it that far before nightfall. At least judging by this map.
Sorry, guys.
No worries.
I mean, if it's within an hour or two, even 3, it will be fine.
Let's go and make sure it happens.
I haven't even tried to have control of the group icon, so whoever's doing it, I'm letting them do
I'll
it.
just let Dick do whatever he's doing. Before we keep moving.
We'll just move this back to where it's being recorded properly.
All right. We're through the forest. And the road loops around a bit, but it quickly wraps us into another forest.
It's going downhill right now.
So now we're in as good a place as any. If we find a spot that looks good, we might as well set up.
As you come down the corner, in the distance, you see a windmill. Right about there. Just beyond you see a windmill that looks kind of like the shield, like the windmill on Rena's shield. On Ireena's shield.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh, like
I continue on toward the windmill.
The dirt.
Unless I'm called back.
I mean, if it's empty, it would be a good place to get some shelter for the night. Though if it's
How
not empty,
far
then
does it? How far
I'm-
does it look?
You can see in the like one of the windows there is light. It's about a half a kilometer away.
Okay, let's head
thing,
there.
they're all
Maybe we can
experienced
stay
at
there.
measuring things in kilometers.
I'm not too bad.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me, Rena. But
I'm not too bad. Well, 5 miles is 8 kilometers, so I kind of use that as a base.
1.6 is a mile across the way, so
Yeah.
So I
it's
give it
over
to
half
the-
a mile, but
So you
Under a
guys
kilometer.
took 1, 2. It took you about 3
I do
hours to
think-
get here, I think, maybe.
I go to the door of the mill and I knock upon it.
Do you guys let him go do that solo?
yes. No. I feel like we'd probably follow along. At least
I'm not
reasonably close.
next to him, but yeah, I followed and I'm, maybe 20 feet back from the door.
All right, you guys take another 20 minutes to walk up to it. Okay. Do.
I very much need at least a short rest if I want my wild chase back.
Well, we're not expecting combat, so
Uh,
should be all right.
give me a second. I gotta.
Speaking of which, I put the crossbow away and
That's famous last words.
Come on, guys. What's the worst that could happen?
Wrong character.
True.
wrong character, but fully within character.
The old as you're approaching, it's like the old Slavic road transitions here from being a windy path in the Balanok Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a foggy-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake, which is beyond the forest.
I must
That
have
you're
Mr.
looking
Kawaki.
as you're looking down. A branch of the road leads to a promontory atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side, as though it's trying to run away from the stormy gray sky. You see gray brick walls covered in dirt, and covered dirt windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy wooden doorway, leading to the building's interior. Perched on the wooden beam door is a raven. It hops and squawks at you, seemingly agitated. Ah! 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 Flapping its wings. Just say, kind of like flapping it, kind of like, looks like it's trying to push you with its wings. Ah! 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 Ah!
Guys. No, don't go in. Don't go in.
I look up at the raven.
Ah!
And I put my hand up toward the raven as if willing it to perch upon my hand.
Ah! 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 And the raven's hopping back and forth on top of the door.
They work for Strahd.
Yep.
Don't go in there.
I never.
I say we walk back down the hill and we camp outside.
I turn around and I start heading back to Ireena.
Guess we'll be sleeping outside then.
You guys, as you guys turn away, you guys notice the raven is just like, you see, is give me animal handling, whoever has it.
I don't have it.
Gruff has animal handling.
Well,
Oh,
maybe
I do, don't I? Yes.
Oh,
Please roll.
I'll give Gruff advantage at this one.
No, I did not turn my advantage off, so he just rolled automatically.
You sense that this thing has a sigh of relief about it, as though it was trying to protect you.
I look back up at it and I nod its direction as I leave.
See, I need a long rest to change out my spells, so
Do I have any bread or? Yes, I have a ration. I take some of the bread and I toss it toward the raven.
The raven will sit there and like tilt his head towards you, still not moving, just like. But
Well, I'm turning and leaving, but that's my offering.
Must admit, I'm surprised to see Gruff turned away by a squawks of a raven.
well, I think he was turned away by my warning. Had it not been for that, I think he would have gone in there, and I think it would have been really bad.
I feel like everything in this place is really bad.
I catch up with the rest of the crew.
you guys see,
I do have.
you guys see the as Gruff was leaving, walking away. You see the raven go down and pick up something off the ground, and then go back to a higher perch, not above the door, but just like on like near the like one of the window seals, and actually starts pecking at the piece of bread.
So can we find a place that would have relative protection where we have sight on anything coming from either side of the trail?
If you look to the south, that's a big, nice hill up there. You can camp on top of that hill if you want.
Okay.
It's a very high. It goes up quite a bit. Higher.
Is
than
it
the...
hard for us to get up there?
No, it's not hard pressed. It's definitely a trek, though.
I do my best not to camp at the precipice, but below the crest. If there's an area to do so.
It takes you some effort, but you guys can head down this way to like near the edge. But yeah, it's almost nearly. It's like probably a 30-degree most of the way.
Yeah, it's hard to rest on that.
But most of the way, but you get near the top and it actually flattens out some.
Good.
Because it actually...
I just don't want to...
It kind of flattens out for a little bit
towering.
until it gets over here. So... Goes right up.
I set up camp.
Okay, well, I'll take first watch.
I'll take whatever watch I need. I'm going to be offline for a moment.
Okay.
I guess I'll take last then.
I guess so.
Who wants-
Second.
Second is Moonbeam. Then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Evan, is last. And I guess Maverick can be fourth and Gruff can be third.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's like 7 o'clock now. 7 or 8. Actually, I'm gonna say
So-
it's 8 o'clock. It took you twice as long for any distance to get up this high because it was all uphill
Okay,
and it was
so
rugged.
11. I'll take 3-hour watch.
I mean, we still have 5
And
of
then-
us.
Yeah, well, and the rest of the watches are 2 hours. That's 12 hours, right? No, 11 hours.
That'll be 11 hours. If you guys want to rest for 11 hours.
We should only need 10, right?
Well, you technically only need 8.
That's true.
Well, true, but do we want to get up that early in the morning?
That's fair.
Because it's what? About 7?
He said 8.
I'll say 8.
Oh, 8 o'clock? Okay, so 8. We do 11 hours, we're up at 7 and out of here.
It's probably going to be around sunrise. A place that's this foggy.
Yeah. So, okay. So my watch, you want perception? Do you want rolls?
Oh, yeah. I do want rolls. Sorry, I was a little, like, in my own head for a moment there.
That guys. Quick thing.
Oh no.
Yeah?
Since we set up camp, now's the time I eat the good berry.
Okay.
I'll grumble about having to sleep outdoors.
I
Alright.
rolled a 1.
Good job. You're lost in thought.
Thinking about Madame Ava's fortunes, probably.
Scared to death of Strahd.
Oh shit! Speaking of animals, the ritual spell.
So if you wanted to spend 10 minutes.
You might still need to have it prepared to cast as a ritual.
No.
Don't use a
what-
spell slot to do it.
Oh, no, you might, yeah, you'll need it prepared.
Okay.
I could be
So I
wrong, but
Maybe I should level up. I can
Double
talk to that
check
bird.
that, Rob. If you could. I'm gonna...
see if I can find it. Yeah.
I was hoping to talk to that bird.
Maybe tomorrow. So if nothing's happened after 3 hours, I'm gonna wake up Moonbeam. And go to sleep.
Just...
Ah, here we go. Rituals. So certain spells have a special tag, Ritual. Such a spell can be cast following normal rules for spell casting, or the spell can be cast as a ritual. The ritual version of a spell takes 10 minutes longer to cast than normal. It also doesn't expend a spell slot, which means the ritual version of a spell can't be cast at a higher level. To cast a spell as a ritual, a spellcaster must have a feature that grants the ability to do so, which he does. Caster must also have the spell prepared or on his or her spell list of spells known. Unless the character's ritual feature specifies otherwise, as the wizard's does. So I don't know, it just says on the prepared or on their spell list. So maybe?
Well, if they're a preparing spell person, then yes. If they're like a sorcerer, they're on their spell list. So, because they don't have to prepare.
I don't know, it's sort of vaguely worded. I'm gonna try googling it.
I'm assuming I have to have it prepared.
I'm assuming so too. You have no encounter right now. You're good.
My
wanna look
perception's 16.
Let's try this.
16, huh? Okay. How long are you going to be doing this for?
For about 3 hours, then I go wake up Gruff.
Okay.
Man, we are really bad at passing off watch.
I know, even when I actually explain it.
All right. 3
Twice
hours
now.
have passed, and nothing really
Twice.
goes on.
Was I not supposed to wake up Gruff?
No,
Okay.
Ireena was doing 3 hours. Everybody else was going to do 2, but
Oh,
Now we've lost track of time.
I totally missed that.
It's all good, it just means we lose an hour. Not a big deal.
we leave at 8 instead of 7.
Oh no. What a terrible fate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
do my
Who
2
you waking up?
hours, and
wake
I
up?
wake up Maverick.
Oh, wait. You're Gruff, you're doing your 2 hours right now?
That's what I say, yeah.
Okay, so I need a perception roll from him.
While he's doing that... Oh. See, I'm running Gruff here, aren't I?
I fear so, sir.
Perception.
You're lost in
9.
your thoughts, and somehow the Raven doesn't seem quite normal to you as a normal Raven per se. But you
Okay,
you
he's
can't
not
put your
like
finger.
normal. Where is he?
Well, no, you're just recalling the interaction,
Oh.
and yours is like that was not
Is he
normal
small?
Raven actions. Something's up.
Well,
Is he
that's
small or
exactly
is he
what
large?
that's what I was saying.
Was the raven large or small?
It was standard Raven size.
But you said it wasn't raven size.
No. It wasn't acting like a Raven would.
Just with your experience of animals, that was unusual.
It was, but this is an unusual land. So I'm making allowances, even if I don't agree with all that is happening.
Dick, just so you know, I'm taking Fey touched as my feet.
All right. Pulling up.
And I chose Speak with Animals as my my freebie.
And I do keep looking back up toward the mill to see if I see the raven perchance.
You don't. Not with that roll.
Didn't think so, but just thought, I'm looking around, and if my mind's on him, I'm looking that way. Then I go wake up Maverick unless something happened.
Nothing happened. You're sticking with Cleric, Rena?
Yeah.
Do you want
So really
ability
quick-
score increase or feet?
I don't know.
Go through the feats and see if you want a feat.
I
for
was also
yourself.
going to mention, just really quickly, as a further clarification here. I checked under Druid specifically, and their ritual casting feature says you can cast a Druid spell as a ritual if that spell has the ritual tag and you have the spell prepared.
Okay.
So, as the more specific rule, that is the correct answer.
Okay.
Now, I found a little workaround because I took Fey Touched, and the spell that I can do once per day is Speak with Animals.
Nice.
And let's see, at level 4, and I increased my Wisdom by 1, so that should be a 7 spells.
What's your wisdom at now?
16.
Yeah, you'll be able to memorize 7 spells.
Okay.
Rob, if I would message Rena to see if there's any suggestions for feats that you might suggest to her, so she can look them up and see if she wants to take any of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Otherwise,
Can't even find the feats in the book. The index says page 165 to
Here, let me
170, and it's
see if I
not
can send you
there.
this.
it starts
Let me
at
try the
165. Yeah.
content.
If you're in the player's handbook, it starts at 165. Huh.
I don't know if this is going to link you right to it, but here in the Discord.
Yeah, 165 starts off with feats. It says multi-classer spell casting is the
Oh,
beginning of it, and
okay.
right below it starts feats right there.
So I like
Got it.
using this website a lot for referencing stuff. If it doesn't start you at the feats section, there should be a tab that'll take you down to the feats section. You can see a list of feats. And then if I'm just glancing at this list here, generally speaking, I find at low levels, the best thing to do is get up your primary class ability, because like upping your spellcast DC will also raise the number of spells you can prepare. Like just getting your wisdom up would get you a lot of benefits right now. If you have an odd number in wisdom, then taking a feat might be good if it gives you another
She
point.
has an even right now. She's at 16.
Yeah. Then getting it up to 18 might just be your best bet, but there's nothing wrong with taking. I mean, mechanically, that's me being a min-maxer saying that statistically speaking, but the feats are way cooler. So
Yeah, that's why I think I like about they gave all feats a ability modifier on every single one of them. I'm like, ah, yeah.
that is pretty cool.
Maybe I will take Speak with Animals.
Rich, I'll do my character when I get home.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
So one
You're a
thing you
fighter
might
anyway.
fake,
Correct.
Arena.
I can have Rob do it real quick.
I mean, if he just wants a stat increase, like strength or something, like that's stupid easy. That'd take like 10 seconds.
I appreciate it.
If you wanted a feat, then you'd certainly have to think about it.
Right.
It's more knowing. Read my stats, please.
You have
let
a
me see.
17, a 13, a 15, an 8, a 12, and a 10.
Oh, you can get your strength and your con up right now.
Let's do that then.
Okay.
Juicy. Let's see, 18 strength and 16 con. You could have gotten your dexterity up also, but dexterity isn't going to help you as much, especially if you get heavy armor. Which you
Right.
might already have. Chainmail might be heavy. Oh, you've got a breastplate right now, it looks like. But soon heavy armor, right?
Breastplate, yeah, I think that's heavy armor.
It's medium, technically.
Well, it may be medium, but as soon as I find armor that fits, it'll be.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, heavy armor is just a matter of time.
Yep.
Did you have chainmail, Rena? I think that counts as heavy armor.
I have. What do I have?
Let's see.
I have something.
don't think less than that.
Chain shirt.
Oh, okay, that's not heavy yet.
That's medium. Yeah.
Darn.
You get an additional cantrip as well, Rena.
Oh, cool. Cool. Well, I was kind of thinking Shield Master might be a good idea since I use a shield.
Shieldmaster can be cool. Actually, you know what would be really good for you is Warcaster.
Warcaster will allow you to advantage on your
Oh.
concentrations. And
It also lets you cast spells even if you have both hands full, which if you're going to be using a weapon and a shield.
board, yeah.
Does it? Oh, really? Yes, yes, yes. Warcaster. I take that.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about having your hands full.
Yeah, I
Yep.
like that.
Okay.
Let's
Bam.
see.
Warcaster.
And cantrips.
There's guidance.
Ooh, guidance! I'm a big fan of guidance.
Thaumaturgy, light, mending, words of radiance, or toll the dead.
Let's see. So it looks like Gruff's getting another
What do I already have?
9
You
hit
spare the
points,
dying, sacred flame, and
Beautiful.
resistance.
which should get you to, if I'm doing my math right, should get you up to 40.
Nice.
I don't need light.
That's pretty healthy. So I was going to say, actually, this goes for either of you, really. But in higher levels, should you want to, especially if you get heavy armor, one of the feats you might look at is Heavy Armor Master.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure if it is super worth it for you, but it does make it so that any, like, non-magical attack that does, like, slashing, bludgeoning, piercing, it's just straight up reduced by 3.
Well, it's definitely worth looking into.
So you could get a lot of extra potential hit points out of that if you get nickeled and dimed a bunch for little hits here and there.
Yep, that's true.
What
So we're near a forest, right?
No, you're about a half a kilometer away from any forest right now. You're in the middle of, you're on top of a hill.
All right, then I should not take filling big then.
what cantrips should I take? I can take 2 more cantrips.
Ooh.
So for a total of 5. I have Firebolt, Mage Hand, and Minor Illusion.
Prestidigitation's super fun.
You pull up this list of sorcerer cantrips. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go over here.
Hey, Dick.
Yes.
I'm going to take the Thermaturgy.
Thaumaturgy, that
yes.
is basically prestidigitation for clerics.
It's just, yeah, it's the Swiss Army knife of cantrip spells.
Prestidigitation, isn't that like a clean spell?
It can do that. It's one of the things I like using it for. Some people like using it for. But it can, like, start fires, like small fires, cleanse fires. It can clean water.
Oh,
Like, it just does a lot of, like, little things.
Yeah, it's
I think
very,
you can even
very
do little spells
simple
or
effects.
illusions. Yeah.
All right, your character's done.
thank you.
You now have 33 hit points.
Wow.
All right.
I assume you wanted to take the average.
Yeah.
How's your eyesight, Maverick?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Maverick, one thing about your eyesight, this is meta information for everyone else, so everyone else's character does not know this, but I am going to have it to where you have the long vision and not dark vision. So you have the eyes of an eagle, but you can't see that, you can only see normal lighting.
So I would probably want to take light, maybe.
Light might be a good spell for you then. Just
Yeah.
what I was asking. Mage Hand is pretty fun if you don't have that one.
He has that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Mending can be very good if you like putting things back together, which feels very kind of Maverick to me. I could see enjoying that. Repairing broken things.
Yeah. I don't know.
Message is fun for sending secret messages to people. If you want to whisper.
Without
But more
anyone having the chance to eavesdrop on it.
Yeah.
There's always some fun stuff to do with minor illusion. If you feel like making little illusions.
Yeah, I have minor illusion, mage hand, firebolt.
Okay.
Should I take light and prestidigitation, or because prestidigitation also can create fire? So if we have torches, would I care for light?
Light is can't be put out by wind. It is just a light
Or
source.
water.
Or water, yeah. While
Yeah, you could even put out an arrow and shoot an arrow where you want it.
yeah.
You could put on a rock and drop it down a tunnel.
Mm.
Like there's a lot of cool stuff that light can do. But there's nothing wrong with prestidigitation either, because it can do a lot of small things.
Should I take both, or should I just take one?
I mean, it's really up to you. I would say that given that Firebolt is already probably the best cantrip for you. The only other one you might take if you wanted a melee one, get something like Shocking Grasp. But I don't know that you really need a second damaging cantrip. Again, that's up to you. But I don't feel like you would really need one. So yeah, I would just take whatever you think you'd have the most fun kind of role-playing with.
Okay. I think maybe prestidigitation and maybe message.
Nice.
I do have a question. I'm gonna also be taking comprehend languages.
Oh.
Does that work with message? Like, can I send a message in another language?
I mean, if comprehend language is active, I don't see why not.
Right, that's the way. The thing is comprehend.
Actually, no.
Language.
We're thinking of tongues. Comprehend languages, I think, is for written stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, tongues is able to talk it. Comprehend is able to read it.
You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear.
Oh, no, okay. So that's the listening part.
Oh, so tongues just
is
does
speaking.
both. Interesting.
Yeah. Tongues is
Looks
where
like
you can speak it in any language.
Yeah.
Where you can speak Infernal.
Okay, so this lets you speak it and read it.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't decode languages though, like secret messages or arcane stuff.
Yeah.
But that could be useful.
Sure. And you can cast it as a ritual, which we just went over. It's pretty neat. Assuming sorcerers can cast rituals. Let me double check that.
I don't think that. I think they're one of the few that can't.
They might. Not sure. I'm going to look, because I'm curious now.
Well, I'm done with leveling up.
Okay.
Do I need to do things for my watch?
Yeah, do a perception roll for me.
No, you're right. I don't see ritual casting here.
I don't think warlocks
Bummer.
have ritual casting either.
I think they can if they go back to the tome, but otherwise I think you're right.
Yeah. Though Pact of the Chain, they do get a familiar.
Yep.
All right, you're lost in your own thoughts. You had a moment of when you're seeing like little craters like from around. You actually have a predatory sense of like you want to go and kind of capture it with your claws. And you're like, I don't.
I'll
You're
wander towards it.
You have like a moment of like a little bit of bellowing in your cloak, as though you're trying to spread, getting ready to pounce on your target.
Do I engage?
That I'm leaving up to you, because you also have your your main personality, should I say, kind of control. You just have like kind of like an instinctive animal nature, just like, because you're lost in your own thought for a moment.
I think I'll wander to go and like check out whatever movements I saw.
You saw,
But
yeah,
nothing like
your eyes were able
chasing
to like catch it in the moonlight that like there was a creature like skittering in the tree, like a little bunny.
Mm. I'll begin to chase after it, but then kind of just back off a little bit.
Okay. You also kind of like sink back into your standard shape a little. Getting your cloak set on your your cloak back to like where it's like looking as form fitting to you as you usually have it. You're like, ugh. So yeah. Other than that, you definitely notice like a few shiny like rocks and pebbles. You pick up a couple just because you just like, oh, this is nice. You actually put a couple in your pocket, so you have a couple shiny rocks.
Who doesn't like a shiny rock? What a
I need to
feeling.
go hunting for some twigs.
All right. Well, that was your time. Who are you waking up?
I think the last person is McCobb, right?
How long
Is
did
that
you
the-
How long did you do your time for?
I mean, honestly, I could probably just stay awake because with all the amount of sleep that I've had and I only need less sleep, I don't know if I need to wake anyone else up.
Well, so by in the middle of your shift, actually, Evan McCobb wakes up. He's like, plenty of sleep. Wakes up.
I finished my rest.
The other people are still awake, but Evan McCobb is now awake.
Actually, interestingly, because the first two people took 3-hour watches each,
Yeah.
and then Gruff took a 2-hour watch, I think I'd actually wake up around the time Maverick's starting too.
Yeah, I'm saying basically you took some time before you actually went to sleep. You didn't go to sleep right away.
Yeah. I'm just saying that it's funny.
Yeah, it's
Just
like
thinking about the math here
during
works out.
Maverick's watch you wake up. So, and also Moonbeam, you also wake up too.
All right.
Yeah, you
I need
guys like in
twigs.
the. Yeah, you're looking.
Maybe we should be later, shouldn't he?
Oh no, but he wakes up.
Oh. If you say so.
8 hours of sleep.
Well, see, what I was saying is that, what was it? Ireena took 3,
Yes.
then Moonbeam took 3.
Oh wait, no,
And
that's
Gruff
right.
took
Moonbeam. Oh, never mind. That's right. Moonbeam was second watch. I
No.
thought it was like.
Then Gruff
yeah,
took
no.
2. And then it was
Moonbeam,
then it was Maverick's turn. And as soon as Maverick's turn started, 8 hours had already passed. So
Yeah.
even if I oversleep, I'm waking up during Maverick's
right. Yeah.
first hour.
Yeah. So Moonbeam, my bad. You're still asleep. Yeah, because you.
Okay.
I
Which
thought
one?
maybe his Fey Touch thing had made him also have elf sleep. I don't know.
No. No.
What do I know?
You're just a dumb human.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, so Maverick and Evan, you're both awake.
I guess I'll wake up and I'll sit
You
down
see-
next to
you
Maverick.
Yeah, you see as you wake up, you see Maverick like looking around, picking up some random shiny rocks, and just like do, totally oblivious to you. And then after he's like put them in a pocket, then he notices you.
Find any cool ones?
This one rock, it's kind of like split but still together. It's very interesting. And then there's this other one that was very shiny.
Well, you sure know how to pick them. What a
Yes.
world we found ourselves in, huh?
It is a world, I haven't seen most of it, so I don't know what's interesting. But this is an interesting area.
How old are you, Maverick?
What?
How old are you? You don't mind me asking.
42.
Okay, so just to give you a sense, Maverick, you're obviously a year old in the sense of like your new life, but you also have lived probably 150 years in your old memory. But it's blotchy, so just
Yeah, but
whatever
also, Maverick's like, I don't want to say I'm a year old, and I don't want to say, and Maverick doesn't really know what a normal age is.
Okay.
I would say so. He's just like, yes, I am 42 years young.
Hold on.
And for you, that's older than you, Maverick. I mean, older than you, Evan.
I think they were probably about the same age.
I was thinking you're in your late 30s.
Probably around their early 40s, yeah. Evan's been around a bit. He's not old, but he's... I don't know. Maverick, roll a deception check just for fun. I'm just curious.
Your deception.
Yeah.
Where is that?
They're in alphabetical order. Wonderful.
Oh, fuck.
So, yeah.
42, huh? We're about the same age then.
Yes. I suppose we are.
Okay.
So, you live much?
I've been around, yeah.
You come around here often?
A hillside in Barovia? No, this one's new for me.
You enjoying your time here?
Okay,
Hello, fellow
Rena's going to
kids.
bed.
Can't say I have. No.
That's unfortunate. It has been very interesting to me.
Since it's after 9, I'm
Yep.
going to head to bed.
That is fair.
By 2 minutes, but anyway.
Yes.
I just thought it would be fun to get some role playing in since both of us are awake.
Yeah. And we can continue from there if we would like next session.
Yay. Good night, y'all.
Night.
Have a good night,
Right.
guys.